Hey guys, this is Shaft of the Clenny Casting crew, and welcome to our Twitter marketing tutorial. We're going to go through everything from the very basics of Twitter to some of the really complicated stuff, a new user interface you can use in order to get better results from your Twittering, and all kinds of goodies therein. Let's go ahead and start with the basics, and we'll work our way up from there. So, okay. This is your typical default Twitter page. As you can see, it's a little bit unorganized. You've got just random threads that are actually not relevant to one another. See, this is 7 minutes ago from the Real Bugs Malone talking about his aggressive banger from the homie. That's a song, that he's promoting. Twitter is actually really, really good at building networks. You have this one guy who has, let's check him out. He has 64,881 people following him. That means every time he releases a promotion like the one we just witnessed, that's how many people actually view that Twitter or that tweet. But of course, some people aren't going to actually read it or click the link or whatever. But the idea is he wants to get his content, his address, this link right here, to as many people as possible. And there's a lot of ways that he's using Twitter in order to do that. So that's kind of the first thing we want to get set in, is just the idea of what Twitter is. It allows you to build networks and then merge existing networks. Say this guy here has that many followers, and he retweets, that is this button here. That means if I wanted to retweet what he says, it's going to say, when I hit this retweet button, it's going to say RT from Shaft, and it's going to have this exact message here. So all my followers will get the same message that he puts out. We're going to go ahead and retweet that, and you can see here on my page, this little green indicator means it went to all my followers. So we just merged my network into his network. So he's getting even more publicity from this one little message. Now, you can see that he's got these little @ messages with this guy n.danger, for instance. Now, that's going to link up to another guy's page. You can see if you click that link, it brings this guy up. So if you want to link to another person's page, what that's going to do is tag him in that particular message, and more than likely that person, because he's tagged, it's called a shout out or a mention, he's going to retweet that to his followers. So it's a good way to get people who may not necessarily retweet your content to have more of a reason to retweet your content, because you're helping promote their content as well. For instance, the Real Bugs Malone, 68,000 followers, just got a message about this guy. So they're going to click here and be like, oh, well, I'm into, this other guy who does rap music. Well, here's another guy who does rap music. Let me click him and click follow. Boom. So this guy just got a follower. It's all the concept of merging networks so that as many people can get the promotional information as possible. Now, looking above that, it's me replying to Adamski, who retweeted some of my content. In fact, I just, go out of my way to thank everybody for retweets or follows or anything like that. But you can see, it's kind of disorganized. And Twitter has recently added in a conversation button that would allow you to, make a little more sense of this. But all in all, the format, the user interface is not that good. So the next thing we're going to be going to here is what's called TweetDeck. That's TweetDeck.com or .twitter.com. Now this is a blank user interface here. I'm going to help set it up with my ideal configuration, but you can play around with this, get your perfect ideal configuration. Please use the comments here to talk about your favorite configuration. Teach other people the methodologies that you develop just in your own usage, because if we share information, guys, here at the TGN Army, we're definitely going to be making it a lot further than some of these other networks who are kind of standalone folks. They don't really help each other. That's what makes the TGN Army so great. Anyways, back to the user interface here. This here button looks just like in Twitter. It's your new tweet button. It brings up this little message, and you can choose different accounts if you have multiple accounts. And it even has, your little countdown thing right there. You can add image. You can even schedule it at a certain time, which I find is pretty darn cool. Direct message, whatever, Really, though, the coolest part about this user interface, though, is the functionality behind the scenes. Here you have add column, and you can choose from a whole list of different items, here. And this is the stuff you might want to play around with. But again, I'm going to show you my ideal setup, and I look forward to hearing you guys' setup as well. So first off, we're going to go to notifications, because it's really important to know what people are talking about in reference to you. This is just going to go here to add column, and you can see it adds this column, notifications. It's notifications related to the Only Shaft. You can see this guy right here, My Games Lounge, just followed me. Well, when he followed me, I followed him. This little button right here makes it really easy. You can tweet to him, send a direct message, add him to lists. Lists are really cool. We're going to get into those a little bit later. Or block or report. I don't have anyone I want to block or report, though. So, it also shows you retweets, different things like that. There's one thing I like to do with notifications, though, is to disable mentions. I'll show you why I do that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and disable that for the moment. Hopefully you guys are following along here in your own little version of TweetDeck. If not, pause this. That's the beauty of YouTube. Catch up to me, and we'll get started. Alright, assuming you've done that now, let's move on to our next step. This this new column we're going to do here is going to be mentions. Now this is basically anytime someone does @TheOnlyShaft for my username, anytime I mention, see this TGN Army Daily Dose, today's top stories, I'm one of the guys mentioned in the top stories, that sort of thing. Every time someone interacts with me or mentions me directly, it's actually going to tag it here. Now, if we did not filter the notifications for mentions like we did earlier, remember, all except mentions, you'd have the mentions here and here. It would be redundant, so this just clears it up a little bit. Check it out, though. You can choose from under showing. You can take out retweets, favorites, followers, lists, anything you're not interested in keeping up with. You can filter out content, matching, excluding. You can get really, really specific with this, even down to like users or mentioning folks, that sort of things. It's just really, really awesome. If you really like to leave this program up and you want to know immediately when you get a Twitter follower and you don't have it on your phone for whatever reason, you can go here to alerts, and it'll play a sound every time you get one of these messages, which, that always works out really well for me. But we're going to leave that off for the moment. And, you can even show the previews, medium, large, all sorts of things. I like the medium one. Alright, so we've got mentions here. Let's go to a search function now. So you got the two different tabs here. Pretty cool. Alright, so search. Here we go, search. And then our first search is going to be TGN Army. You see how it's got a little hashtag, this pound symbol before TGN Army? And that's what we on Twitter call a hashtag. It's basically declaring what your subject is. Anytime, say you have an event. Let's say, it's Shaft's King of the Hill, the Clanning Casting Crew King of the Hill. If I wanted people to get more information via Twitter on this one subject, I would create a hashtag like CECCKOTH. That's Clanning Casting Crew, followed by King of the Hill. And that would just make it really central to that one topic. Anytime someone wanted information on that and that alone, they could search that, boom, find all relevant subject, especially official releases. Those are key, but you can also find out, what people are talking about, what they're saying. Is this going to be a good event? Is this going to be a bad event? How much activity is on Twitter? You can get a good read on the trend itself. In this particular case, we're going to be looking at the TGN Army trend. You can see some of the lists going down here. I'm going to leave it as tweets. You could go to users, though, which actually makes it really useful because, you know, say I'm not following some of these guys, and I want to follow, say I do want to follow some of these folks. Hold on, that disappeared for a second. But yeah, say do what I want you to. Darn it. Okay, here we go. TGN Army, clear. Yes. And we're gonna set this one up as users, just for the hell of it. For some reason, this is not working properly. Damn it. It's okay. We'll get this working. Oh, okay. I guess there's no way to add the users column as a column. See, you only have the option there, but check it out. So here's everybody active in that thread. You can still pull a search for it if you want to, find people that are talking about it, and you know, go off this this here. But that could get a little annoying. A much better way is to just come here. Oh, hey, you know, Christmas Demon did a retweet of Red Gaming's video. Well, say I want to bring up Red Gaming's video. This is an extra nice thing you can do. Go ahead and subscribe to that person's YouTube. It really helps them out. Give them a plus like. Go back here and you know, then hit retweet. Always helps. Always helps. And you can even comment to them. Right now that feature's unavailable, so I won't worry about it. YouTube being YouTube, as frustrating as it can be sometimes. And you know, you have different options and stuff for each of these, so you can come in here and play around with it. You know, at least that many retweets, that sort of thing. Really cool stuff. Again, I'm gonna leave that more for you to play with. This is hopefully going to be more of a general tutorial. Next up, we are going to be looking at lists. Here we go, list. This is a list I have set up. This is a StarCraft 2 list. I myself am a StarCraft 2 producer. Here's a semi-pro gamer, Puck SC2. Here's a professional caster, call me tasteless. So basically, this is a list that I've set up of just prominent StarCraft people whose content I want to, you know, keep up with, not only to watch myself, but to make sure that I get the information out there. So that we're going to go ahead and add, and you can see down this list, you know, Nick Plot, he's going to fuck around and see how hard Legend of Zelda is on a Nintendo Entertainment System. Legend of Zelda 2, rather. Well, it's not always StarCraft relevant, but I like to know Tasteless is playing Zelda. That just makes me happy inside. So it works for me. We'll get back to how this sort of thing... Oh, whoa, okay, fuck Zelda. If we're going with Ninja Gaiden instead... Whoa, okay, fuck Zelda, too. We're going with Ninja Gaiden instead. Okay, with you. Alright, cool. So, we're going to get back to these two a little bit later. They become really important. But we're going to gloss over them for the moment. Next up, we're going to do direct message. And here you go. Messages, that's all accounts. That could be beneficial. But I like to do mine with just one account. So I'm going to add this column, and as you can see, you know, this is direct messages that people have sent me on Twitter. Obviously, you know, a lot of this is spam. Unfortunately, Twitter does have that issue, but hey, it's definitely worth having this one column pushed off to the side, just for shits and giggles. Alright, so one final column I like to run is a little bit of my narcissistic side. We're going to go here to user, and we're going to run a user of my own. That way, I'll be able to look at my history and see, you know, if I send out 20 tweets and I start getting responses, it's going to be hard to keep up with what was a response to what, etc., etc. So what this does is allow me to go back and say, oh, well, I said, Couch Jesus, dude, I totally did. Did you? Wait, is it Christmas Down Under in July? Because he was asking me previously. See, here you go. He says, Merry Christmas, mate. Hope you scored some sweet shit. I said, dude, I totally did. Did you? Wait, is it even Christmas Down Under in July? Because I'm actually a little bit curious about how Australia works. Because I'm thinking, I know it's summer down there. But if it's Christmas time, does that mean... If it's summer, does that mean it's July or is it December? And if it is December, does that mean December is summer for them and Christmas is delivered during the summer? Because that's just crazy. So anyways, that's a little bit of a tangent. The point is, you can check your conversations. And that's always a good thing, because I'm a little bit absent-minded, just to be honest with you. Okay, so... the next part about Twitter that you should know is the best ways to find content. A good way to find content, again, is your lists. Going down here, that's a logic puzzle. There's a lot of downtime right now because it is the holiday seasons. But say I wanted to find some good, solid content from... Okay, here's Husky Starcraft with his MBA League. So, I know this is Husky. I'm definitely going to retweet it. I want him to get as many followers as possible. Plus, if I'm talking about it, someone might follow me. That's how Twitter trends work. But I'm also going to, go here to the YouTube video itself. Hit like. I'm already subscribed to him. Well, I should be subscribed to him. Apparently, I'm logged out of YouTube for some reason. Let's fix that. Alright. And just leaving a friendly comment, encouraging. Always go out of your way to be nice. This is the internet. There's too much negativity. We gotta balance that shit out. Alright, so, I found some content to retweet. Husky will get a message saying I retweeted that. Which, that's good. Okay, so next thing, we've got our searches for hashtags. You've seen the search for the TGN Army hashtag. Well, here's another hashtag search that we can do, and this is one for my boy Couch Jesus. Or there was nothing there. We used to have a conversation going there. Let's check out wish list. This is just a Christmas thing, I suppose. An entire day to myself, no school, no work, just a day to do nothing, just relax. Wish list. So I'm taking it that's something Oh My Gracie was wishing for, but maybe not quite able to get right this second. So, again, I can find any kind of content that I would be looking for just by using hashtags. We covered that a little bit earlier, so no need to beat a dead horse. Next up, we want to talk about Follow Fridays. This is hashtag FF. If you ever see this is hashtag Follow Fridays. It's a courtesy that originally developed on Fridays, though you can do it any day of the week now. I try to do it at least once a day, maybe twice a day, depending on how much spare time I have. But the whole idea, well, there's two different ways you can do it. Let's start with the first one. It's to merge networks. Say, this guy right here, My Games Lounge, followed me. So what I'm going to do is type in his, oh, this guy just followed me too. Cool. So My Games Lounge just followed me. What I'm going to do is say, thanks for the follow. And since this today's fashion person followed me as well, I'm gonna type in their username in the same message. Now, some people might think, oh, well, this is a little bit lazy if you're gonna combine the messages. Well, yeah, it kind of is. But the cool part about it is My Games Lounge is gonna get today's fashion's username. Hopefully that person will subscribe to this person, and this person will subscribe to that person. So we've merged 3 people's networks at this point. You see how this gets exponentially better? Now, let's do the same thing with Hackos, who followed me earlier. Make sure I'm spelling your name right, sir. Hackos, LOL, that looks good. Not to mention the GD review. And Epic Koso. And how about this Dasha person? Menshova Dasha. Darja. Sorry guys, I don't speak foreign. Alright, so that looks solid. And we'll send that out. Now, I did not send that out with the Follow Friday tag because that was more of a response to them following me. A different Follow Friday method might be follow these amazing Twitterers. And then I'll just name off some people. What I like to do here is go to the TGN Army column and just find some names. Nick Scottney. Christmas Demon. White Demon LPS. Oh, this Intrepidus person. And we'll do one more. And what I'm going to do here is 2 hashtags. The first one, because this is pulling out a TGN Army, I'll tag it as TGN Army. And secondly, I'll just tag it as Follow Friday. Boom. And this will show up in my TGN Army as well as over here on users. And that means everyone who searches up TGN Army is going to hit this as well, and there's a good chance, you know, these guys might get some follows off this. Not only will they get follows off this, but Adamski's network, when he retweets this, is going to find out about these guys. Nick Scottney's followers, when he retweets this, is going to find out about all these guys. And if nothing else, these guys compound their followers. But hopefully people searching for the hashtag will also go and follow these guys. Anytime you can include another person's username, it is best to do so. Now, remember how we were just doing all that Follow Friday stuff? Well, here we've got a response. Christmas Demon favorited our Follow Friday, favorited our Follow Friday. I guess he did it twice. Not sure. He must have. Oh no, this is Casper RPG and Christmas Demon. And then Casper RPG retweeted. So all of his followers, his 31 followers, it's not that many, but it is 31. Now just found out about me, found out about Nick Scottney, Adamski, and all these other dudes. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, our other Follow Friday method. Okay, so let's say that there's someone in particular who's putting out a lot of good content that you're just really happy about. Let me find an example. I don't know anything about Game Player TV, so let's go to this guy. I'm going to go to his actual YouTube. That appears to be here. Oh, no, that's a URL to something else. Okay, so let's not use this guy. Wait, this might work. Yes, this will work. Oh, well, it's in Spanish. That's not going to help me. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay, let's try this. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. Now let's go to this guy's videos page. So apparently he does Minecraft videos. That's what we're here for, just trying to find out what kind of videos he does. Hopefully YouTube copyright won't yell at me too much for this part. Okay.
A new series that I'll be doing on my channel, which is Minecraft Seed Spotlight. So let me just lower the sound a bit. Go to this coordinate, which is x is negative to negative 30. Never mind, I'll just take a look at what's the we have some coal. I think I just saw some iron just now, and a dungeon. So I'm thinking, one dungeon, that's pretty cool.
So this particular series is about him showcasing amazing seeds. Now I don't play Minecraft, so I don't know exactly what a seed is, but apparently this seems pretty important. So what I'm going to do here on Twitter is come here. Well, first I'm going to retweet it. And then his name's Glenn X _ follow Glenn X _ who is an upcoming YouTuber for TGN Army. Notice how I worked that hashtag into my sentence. It's a little more subtle. It's nice. For TGN Army, making Minecraft videos, including a series showcasing new seeds. Enjoy. And then my Follow Friday tag. And that is a little bit of a more thorough Follow Friday. It tends to get a lot more followers for that one person, but it lacks the potential of merging networks that the other Follow Friday has. So it becomes something you might want to mix in occasionally, but you do a little bit of both, rather. That's going to be your best bet. Now, what I'm going to do here is just a couple of follows, because, these guys are all names I haven't seen before. So, here's Winterson. I like this guy. He does a lot of cool videos. Here, check this out. Here's his YouTube. And this is all in German. He does a Let's Play series. So, what I'm going to do is a Follow Friday for him. Winterson. If you like watching Let's Play series in German, because who doesn't love guttural casting, check out at Winterson 1 of the TGN Army. And then boom. And I have a little too much formatting text, so I'll just fix that up. Boom. And, that kind of wraps that up. So guys, if you have any questions about the basics of Twitter marketing, I know this is barely scratching the surface of things you can do. Please, talk about it in the comments. If you like this, if you want to see more informational videos like this for the TGN Army, let me know. This is just kind of a shot in the dark. I figured, some people might want to learn a little bit more. There's not a lot of learning tutorials out there for us in the Army, so maybe that's something we could start working on. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Please use the comments to do so. Hit me up on Twitter as well. I'm at The Only Shaft. Can't wait to see you there. Bye-bye.